Òwúrẹ́ o gbọ̀n gbọ̀n làádúró ti a. Òwúrẹ́ o wàràwàrà ní ire ń wá a. Òwúrẹ́ o Ọlọ́run ọ̀run ló ń gbé àga.
My name is Ekundayo Opaleye, and I was lucky to have been 77 last Good Friday. My grandfather, my father, from Agole, in Erunmu there. My mother is from Osun State, and we have, so I'm concerned, I have brothers, I have sisters, and we have a large family, and we live happily together to ensure that we are serviceable to our community. After secondary school, I went to the Nigerian Army, and since then, I was all through trained by the Nigerian Army for the service which they engaged in me in. Particularly before, around the time of the war, I was in the infantry. But after the war, I joined the Army Engineers, where I retired at. During that period, I have various professional training on engineering matters to help the army to live, move, and fight, and of course, which are normal engineering basis. And after that, we go in that until I became the commander of Nigerian Army Engineers. Earlier, I was the commandant of the Nigerian Engineer School. Also, I went to the Army General Staff Training course, and I served in various places, all segments of the army ranks, if you like. I was, of course, a platoon commander. I was also a troop commander. I was a regiment commander. I was a squadron commander. And also, I was a div engineer commander, and then I became the commander of the Nigerian Army Engineers. At various times, there were training involved interjectedly in this period. I went for junior young officers course, Army Engineering. I also went for the advanced course in engineering. I went for staff course. Also, I went to NIPS as well, NIPS Nigeria here in Kuru, which is more politics and strategy than even the art of fighting. It was interesting, and I think it was a good career that I had, and I think it couldn't be better. Erunmu is one of the three legs of Owu. The first, of course, being Owu itself, and of course, then Erunmu, and then the Apomu, who make the triangle of Owu. When I was given the title 20 years ago as the Balogun, we had Oduroko, who was the head of Erunmu at that time. But along the line, I found myself as Balogun, being in charge of the entire Erunmu for various reasons. Well, we tried our best and found that we could put the people together to achieve what we have today. And today we have another Onroko after the first one passed on, and we are waiting for this to be crowned as an Oba, which Erunmu deserves. Erunmu has about 20 or thereabouts aboles, we call compounds, and ours is one of them. And we have all kinds of very interesting personalities in Erunmu who have added their quota to the development of Erunmu as we have them today. So Erunmu has been a putting together of service by many members of that community. No one can beat his chest and say, this is what I've done alone in the community. We work together, do most things together, and gave us a niche in the Owu community at that time, which made us stand out as Erunmu. Anywhere you want is Erunmu. If you want something good from anywhere, it's going to be Erunmu. If you want somebody appointed for something in Owu, it was going to be Erunmu. So we were blessed with that, a lot of capabilities amongst us. And we are hoping that very soon we'll have a Kabiyesi also, which I believe our present Kabiyesi Olowu and Balogun are working on for now. If you give yourself to service of your people, only the people outside will know how notable that service is. I do believe that service is giving, and like giving is living. So I could usually say service is living. So the more you do service to your community, you are enjoying it because you are even living by the service you are providing. We provided loyalty to the system, absolute loyalty to the system. Whatever material we have provided is part of living and part of growing up. I wouldn't particularly say that's a great achievement. I provided loyalty. Anything that is Owu or Erunmu, we address it with all the kind of strength, resources, and that we can achieve, and we did that. And I think that's very important. Well, my advice of this youth is that apart from being loyal, they should be serviceable. Service is living. And if you do what you can to be of service to your community, to be progressive and to grow then in stature, then I think service is it is. And then you have to prepare yourself to do that. The training, the exposure in whatever area that you feel fine for, whether it's in business or in engineering or technology, we must ensure and we must face it that we must develop and be serviceable to our community. Once we are convinced that we should be serviceable to our community, then that is it. Then I went up also, tried to do something about the ladies as well, which culminated in what we now have as Owu, to make our women very self-supporting. Whether you are married or you are not married, whether what or not, you are self-supporting, and that helps you to help the community better. So it's about service. You must prepare yourself for it. In fact, sometimes it's less service. You get nothing for it, but the happiness that your community is developed. Well, the community started to look at issues differently some time ago. We communicated in the establishment of Owu People Developmental Initiative, sequel to an earlier report or brief which I provided to His Excellency Balogun, Baba Balogun. And on looking at that, they organized the community into 4 different groups to answer the question of welfare, progress, and peace amongst our community. One of the sections or groups is called the solidarity and welfare of people, including the property of Owu. We have people who are looking after commercial nature, who do business to provide money to run the community. We have also a group called the Empowerment Foundation. They're already a foundation. And then last but not the least, the one I'm privileged to be head of is education and medical. So this a kind of focused all energies onto the people of Owu, and in that we have a lot of activity that had happened. For instance, we're looking at clinics in every of the village that we do have. This haven't really happened because of provision of resources and that kind of ability to donate to the community. What is established? We are looking at a medical center for based on the NHIS program, and we are looking at what schools or what's the effort of the community in helping the school children, particularly when they are on holidays. And for those who cannot not afford to go to school, we are looking at how we can assist them. So these are the things that I've done in this regard. And also in the other committees which are available, I looked at Empowerment Foundation, and a lot of empowerment program has been done with drivers, people learning, computer training, and all that have been carried out within the community, within Owu. Our youths are quite involved, very involved. Incredibly well also. They have done well. Most of them have done well in this matter. All squabbles like quarrels amongst communities have been handled by the group we call the one who looked after welfare and the sovereign Owu matters. So that's the idea what we had, and I think it's working. And I'm not sure there are in other areas as well that other efforts will complement that, so that we have a centralized resource or group that will look after the welfare of Owu on behalf of the KBC of the community. So that's what is going on now, and that's what I think part of my really little contributions to the development of Owu. We're blessed by God to have a very good king, Oba, who's cerebral himself, who's well known and full of resources. I think we should look at the issue of this opportunity and then cooperate with the KBC to ensure that Owu becomes a nation among nations. There's a Owu nation everywhere. I know about 22 or 28 communities in Nigeria that have Owu. But we should make ours, Owu Abeokuta, the capital of all Owu nations. We deserve it. Not only that, and we've been working for it. Our elders have been, Babas have been working on that, and we should not stop but continue in that light, so that the glory of Owu worldwide will be known by everybody. Essentially, service. And you can only do service if you allow yourself to live among the community and take part of all activities that do happen in that community. So that's my appeal to our people, not just youths, any age, every age, any age and every age must be able to contribute to the greatness of Owu, particularly at this time that we have a great opportunity, greater than number.
ẹ béèrè wò.
ẹ̀ka tán wò.
Òwú la kọ́dá o. Iyẹ̀délé ẹ̀ka tán wò. Òwú la kọ́dá o. Iyẹ̀délé ẹ̀ka tán wò.
Owu Crown.
Great heritage.
Owu Crown.
Great heritage.
Great heritage.
Owu Crown.